Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Jade Empire walkthrough. Closed Fist walkthrough, I might add. So in the previous video there, I took care of actually all of the Baker Bay stuff. And did the, what is it? I think it's like the Two Masters side quest, I think is the name of that one. So obviously, being that we're Closed Fist, I went with, well, I guess I should say our only option is Tempest. And again, I'll be honest though, I don't know how much I'll actually use that style throughout the game. Probably not at all. Again, I just generally stay away from magic style. So actually, yeah, at this point, I'm going to remap my Fortune's Favorite onto the spot that I had Tempest, and wow, my video is super jumpy for some reason. Huh. Okay, odd. Anyways, so actually we're gonna make our way just past the gate here that we kind of stopped at earlier. Actually, yeah, there's a bamboo cask back here with 22 silver. This gate here is locked, and it will always stay locked. I'm not really sure why they did that, but whatever. I guess just be annoying. But yeah, there's some conversations we're going to have
I stick to my regular
around
customers.
here. Sorry, stranger, I stick to my regular customer. Okay, well.
Don't bother me. I may be a beggar, but I'm on
Fair
my
enough.
break right now.
Maybe a beggar, but I'm on my break right now. That's pretty great. That's good stuff.
These docks remind me of the fishermen in Two Rivers.
Okay.
A shame we will never see them again.
And then here, I think I'm gonna go have a chat with the merchant here, Merchant John.
Hello.
Oh,
You do
no,
not need
I
to
guess
speak
not.
to me.
He doesn't have
I
anything
am
to say.
just Merchant Xiang's assistant. Perhaps someday I will be Merchant Xipeng, mightiest merchant of Tian's Landing. But for now, I am just an assistant, not worthy of your honorable time.
Okay, so Shipeng doesn't have much to say right now. And maybe not ever. The next NPC we're going to speak with is Darting Lynx. And I'm actually going to buy a couple of her techniques because they're pretty good.
Hello there, stranger. I haven't spotted you around Tian's Landing before. You've come at a bad time, what with the dam being open and all. Regardless, it's good to meet you. I'm Darting Lynx, the acrobat. Unfortunately, I'm not putting any shows on in Tian's Landing, if that's why you're here. You know, feats of balance and precision, delicate routines to shock and amaze. Whatever brings some silver, really. I travel around the countryside putting on acts and sometimes teaching people a few tricks. Hey, now that I think of it, you're a warrior, right? I may not be putting on any shows here, but I could teach you a few techniques to improve your balance and speed if you're interested. I'd be happy to. I'll be leaving Tian's Landing someday soon, and silver always helps the trip go smoother. Let's see what I can teach you.
Okay, let's have a look here. Balance of Nature. We're absolutely buying this one. This is probably her best. So that's 15 focus and then plus 3 chi. Now, there's obviously no negatives to that, whereas something like this is focus plus 7 and health minus 3. This is, I'll be honest, I'm still going to end up buying this because it's, you know, a net positive. Oftentimes you'll find that in some of these techniques where, you know, you'll lose a little bit somewhere but gain somewhere else, and again, I think most of the time it's worth it. There's conditioning of the body. Now, Swallow's Grace is plus 3 charm and minus 1 intuition. I'm not really going to be using charm at all, so there is no reason to buy that with the the Closed Fist playthrough. Had this been open palm, I probably would have.
Stop right there. I gave you 2 extra duty. Get back to that galley and start cleaning.
We don't have to listen to you, Ing. You're a captain without a ship. She's nothing but a landlocked house now.
I will discover a way to free this ship. Until then, you'd better follow orders.
I've had enough of you and your orders.
Now get back in that ship! I'm your captain, understand?
Well, you're still the captain, for now. But if you don't get us out of this town soon, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. Then we'll see what's what.
If you've come to complain about my men, I don't want to hear it. When Minister Sheng gets the Great Dam closed, we'll be happy to leave. Until then, we're stuck here. I'm Captain Ing. This is my ship, the Lucky Knight. She's a fine vessel, or was. But now that the Great Dam is open, the Lucky Knight is stranded here along with me and my men. We're sailors. We don't belong on land. If we could just get our ship back on the water, everything would be fine. But that won't happen until someone finds a way to close the dam. If I leave the ship, my men will have Tien's Landing in flames. The locals think the dam is haunted, and Minister Sheng can't find anyone brave enough to risk closing it.
Hey, couldn't we just help this man without trying to make a profit from it?
I'm grateful to the lady for her thought, but I am also a merchant, so I understand the way of the world. I'm not a rich man, but my reputation, my ship, and my men are worth everything I can give. Close the dam and free us, and I'll give you all the silver I have. You won't get too far if you don't speak to Minister Sheng first. The dam is located in the ruins, but a pair of massive gates blocks the way. Only Sheng has the key. Please, I offer a large reward for little effort. Just get the key to the ruins from Minister Sheng and close the dam so my ship and my men can leave this accursed town forever.
Okay, so Captain Ing is trapped here along with his sailors. Here's a book on the Undertow. If one travels far enough, the sea currents all change, drawing east, just as all winds begin to draw in the same direction. It persists, however, of something greater and ancient, devouring evil detailed in legends of the barbarian savages. Yeah. So there's some mythology on just the fact that it would appear anyway that, unless I'm misunderstanding this, that the Jade Empire is located either on Earth or a round planet. That thus, at a certain point, the currents begin to change and whatnot. So, I don't know. Again, unless I've missed something, which is entirely likely, that seems to be the case. But anyway, so Captain Ing. Oh, actually, I'm not going to have much time to speak about him quite yet. We're going to have some more dialogue here with, I think, Scholar Six Heavens is his name, and I think Tong
Captain
here
Ing
as well.
can't get the ship out soon. There'll be a mutiny. A right bloody one, too.
What do you want? Can't you see we're busy drinking here? Gotta wash away our sorrows. It's no fun being trapped in this town. We don't know nobody, we ain't seen our families in months, and now we're stuck here. That'd drive anyone to drink. Okay then.
Finally! Someone stronger than these cowed peasants. This town disgusts me. I am Scholar Six Heavens, and I need someone who possesses great strength and skill. Mostly, though, I need someone like you, who walks the way of the closed fist. Aid me, and I will see that you are rewarded most generously. I seek the Zither of Discord, an artifact that belonged to Bladed Thesis, the sage who first advanced the way of the closed fist as a philosophy. This zither is a link to one of history's greatest minds. Find the zither's case and its silk strings. Bring them to me, and we will silence all who refuse to honor my work. Is that so? Good. You've made early headway. Find the other and return to me. A merchant lord named Gao the Greater recently acquired the case but knows nothing of its import. Up the river lies a pirate stronghold where Gao was recently seen. You will have to find a way there if you hope to acquire the case. Perhaps Minister Sheng could suggest a way to reach these pirates. He might even be grateful for your aid. If you must. As I said, it was an instrument that belonged to Bladed Thesis, the scholar who first advanced the way of the closed fist as a philosophy. It is said that he played this instrument before writing some of his greatest works, as if the instrument particularly inspired him. The basic premise of Bladed Thesis's writings was that one could live life according to a philosophy of strength. If one is too weak to help oneself, one deserves no help. Some mistook him as encouraging immoral acts or evil, but his true argument was that life was a test which could only be passed through struggle. Evil men act without reason. Followers of the way act with the intention of encouraging others to become stronger. The action may be the same, but the intent differs. Played from a seated position, the entire instrument is a soundboard with strings that run across its length. Beneath skilled hands, it offers the sound of heaven itself. The zither of discord is as unique as it is ancient, however. It has 5 strings instead of 7, and each is fashioned from unbreakable silk. Remember, I need both the case and the strings of the zither of discord. Bring them here when you find them.
Okay, so 6 Heavens is part of a side quest called the Zither of Discord. Actually, I can't remember if we've actually already met him once or not. Anyways, there's actually three total parts to the Zither of Discord. The silk strings, which we got quite a ways earlier. Then there's the bridge, which I think is... Oh, wait, there's the bridge last. I think the bridge might be last. Yeah, and then there's, excuse me, the case. Yeah, the case is coming up. I think it's... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the case is coming up, and then the bridge is last. Anyways, it gets you, I believe, a technique. Probably some more. Obviously some, or I'm going to guess again, most likely some more closed fist points. But we'll, kind of cross that bridge once we get there. The bridge. I'm so clever. Anyways, this is Merchant Chung, and he speaks Tao Fang, so I'm not going to worry about speaking over him. Basically, here, he just, kind of tells us the troubles that he's been having here. Hardly worth the bother trying to protect. Apparently because the town is sort of in disorder, he's having problems getting stock here. Now, I'll be honest, if I remember correctly, he only ever sells, I think it's, I don't remember if he's got a weapon style or not. I don't think he does, though. But probably just gems, again, from what I'm remembering. Now, what happens here is you can actually hand him a figurine that Tong took. Again, Tong is the one, or the NPC, down by Scholar 6 Heavens. So, I'll be honest, though, I probably won't even bother finishing this, because when you hand the statue back to the merchant here, you'll get some open palm points, and I want to try to avoid that. And then on top of that, the only real reward that you get is a discount at this guy's shop, which I'm not going to shop at anyway. So again, I probably just won't even bother.
Will none of you answer? Are there no warriors?
Can't remember if I talked to this guy right now.
Finally, someone approaches me. I was worried that this town's courage had drained away with the water. You look like a man who is trained for combat. Would you like to put those skills to the test? A mercenary, are you? What else should I expect in this town? If you have the skills, then Lord Yun has the silver to pay for them. The great southern forest, which lies north of this village, suffers from a terrible disease. Every tree within its borders sickens, and the place is infested with ghosts of all manners. Lord Yun, my master, seeks a way to open the forest again and make it safe for travel. He is prepared to reward whoever aids him. Our men are no match for the ghosts in the forest. Perhaps you are. You must leave Tien's Landing via the gate and follow the roadway to the north. The forest is but a short journey away, and Lord Yun makes his camp at the base of a hill, which should be easy to find. The path there is relatively safe, but travel beyond his camp and things worsen considerably. Go safely, and remember what I've said. Lord Yun needs the help of able warriors like yourself.
Okay, so the messenger there, we'll go chat with him later. And then here we've got airing grievances. Oh, this is all about Minister Sheng here. This is actually really funny if you take the time to read this stuff, because a lot of these are actually really funny. It's suggested that he perform acts of deliberate indecency upon himself. It's so good. Hair accused of being impermanent and false. I like he was given a gift of turtle eggs by a visiting merchant. Later on, you find out that a gift of turtle eggs is like this gigantic insult. So, you know, again, pretty funny stuff here. And it looks like we're actually going to have a chat here finally with Minister Sheng. He's actually going to give us the key to the ruins, which is kind of funny in the way that he does that. But yeah, we'll have a bunch of dialogue with him here. I don't know how important it was to save here, but why not? Can't hurt, right?
It is not easy to be Minister Sheng, beset with troubles and doom, and now interrupted by some difficult stranger. Truly, can you not see that I am busy watching my career slide into oblivion? Minister Sheng simply hasn't time for your petty concerns. I have problems of my own. The Ministry of Harmony, which oversees taxation and execution, usually in that order. But poor Minister Sheng oversees nothing in this dying town. Nothing but failure! This backwater pimple of a town lives off of the lake created by the Great Dam. But the Great Dam is open and the lake is dry. The town is dying. Under my supervision. I have nary a clue. Unless... very well, you've convinced me to talk. It is dangerous to say anything, but I am a brave man. It was that horrible Inquisitor, Lim. Lim oversees the Lotus Assassin operations in this area. A few weeks ago, he came to town and demanded a key to the ruins. Then his men went up there and opened the Great Dam. I didn't want the town to panic, so I kept Lim's presence here a secret. Better the peasants think it was ghosts. A much less terrifying idea. Inquisitor Lim has his assassins searching for something, though what it is I couldn't say. Minister Sheng knows better than to stick his nose in the business of the Lotus Assassins. Think of the people of the town. All the little children and nice merchants slowly dying. Old ones in the street gasping their last. Minister Sheng needs your help. Some brave soul must travel through the old ruins, which are absolutely not infested with ghosts, and close the Great Dam. The gate to the ruins is locked, but I have a key. I cannot order or even ask someone to go do this. If the Great Dam closes, the ruins will flood. Various assassins and soldiers will be killed. Not good for my career. But if I happen to lose the key and someone happened to find it, the town could be saved and the problem solved without any sanction from me. Not for me, certainly, because I never asked you to do anything, right? Now, I happen to know of a ship's captain down on the waterfront, Ing, I think, who is trapped here. He has a big cargo rotting in his hold. I am sure he would pay a good sum to anyone who could close the Great Dam. Of course, being a stranger, he'd not be able to tell you that you'd need to go through the ruins which lie through the West Gate. Tourists rarely know the lie of the land, you see. Minister Sheng remembers when flyers were reserved for the wealthy elite of the Imperial City. Now pirates use them to raid the countryside. Disgraceful. I suppose in theory you could find a flyer at the pirate camp upriver. In practice, however, I doubt you would find the pirates very accommodating. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Yes. Rue is surely the only one who would make the trip. And then the pirates would kill you. Yes, go and leave Minister Sheng alone to ponder his troubles. Now go close the great dam, and I never said that.
Okay, so Sheng basically points out that, number one, the dam is open, and the reason for that was the Lotus Assassins wanted to search the ruins. This is Merchant Jing, I think, and he speaks Tao Fang, so I'm not going to worry about speaking over him. Yeah, this is the guy that we actually saw on the way to Darting Links. But anyways, he's got a deal here because he apparently has overheard us talking with Minister Sheng about opening up the dam. Now, there's two ways to resolve that quest. Number one, you can open it up, or sorry, you can leave it open, or you can close it. Now, if you close it, that's basically sort of siding with Captain Ing, I believe his name was. So he was the one down at the docks there, and his sailors were getting a bit rowdy because they basically have nothing to do since the water level's so low. So again, it's basically opposing sides of the same quest. Now the merchant here wants us to keep the dam open so that he can basically keep selling the sailors wine, whereas again, Captain Ing wants us to close the gate so that they can leave. So, being that we are going with the closed fist route, we're going to leave the dam open and side with this merchant here. I don't know if you get more cash out of the merchant or if it kind of ends up being the same. Again, I'm not 100% sure. I don't really remember, but I do know that leaving the dam open is how you get the closed fist points for resolving this. Now, and that kind of goes along with the closed fist mentality here. Basically, I think in one of the earlier, or maybe it's one of the later dialogues, I'm getting probably a little confused on time here, but at a certain point, the main character says something about helping. Actually, you know what? It might have been this conversation here, where the main character says something about. Yeah, here it is. I'll help, but not for the silver. But because if the town survives this, kind of disaster, it'll be stronger for it. So again, that's kind of the closed fist way, apparently, of approaching this little dilemma. But the merchant does offer us 20% of his take to date. That's got to be pretty impressive. Or I have to assume. It's hard to tell actually how long the sailors have been here, but apparently long enough where there's worry of mutiny, and some of the sailors are kind of telling Ing that they're out of here, or they want to do something else. But all right, anyways, I'm gonna head down and actually go grab that figurine from Tong. The only real reason is you actually do get into a fight there, so there's some experience as well as possibly some silver. Probably won't be very much, but yeah, that's the plan anyway. But again, I won't actually resolve that quest. I'll just hang on to that. Yeah, here's Merchant Jing. There we go. But yeah, anyways, so I'll just hang on to that figurine. I won't actually give it back to the merchant probably, because again, I want to avoid getting those open palm points, and I don't need the discount on his wares. Alright, here's Tong.
You again. What do you want now? Can't you see we're busy? Figurine? You mean that clay statue? Pretty little thing. I just borrowed it for a while. I didn't steal it.
Leaping tiger.
Oh, the old I didn't steal it, I just borrowed it. Anyways, alright, so here we've got, oh, what's going on here? Wow, this area apparently is way tinier than it looks. And obviously that can be a little dangerous. I'm probably not fighting in a very good spot. I should have my... Yeah, see, like, this is... I'm basically back in a corner right now. I'm getting destroyed. Ugh. Grandmaster, man. Whose idea was it to play on this difficulty? There we go, and splat! There is something super gratifying about doing that. Here, I don't think we can actually... Yeah, that doesn't work. I think I tried doing a harmonic combo on Tong one more time, but, you know, because he's related to a quest, I think that's why they don't let you do that. So there... I landed two power strikes on him while he had the debuff or whatever. The harmonic combo active didn't splatter him.
Wait,
So
stop hitting me. Just take the figurine. Take it. I didn't mean to cause no trouble. I just wanted the figurine because it reminds me of my ma is all. I ain't seen her in so long. I ain't crying. I just got something in my eye. I gotta go back to the boat now. Come on, boys, let's go.
are you crying? Poor Tong, he just misses his mom. Oh, good stuff. Anyways, all right, so that's the clay figurine. Again, you know, if you're going open palm, I would first ask, why are you watching this one? Go watch my other videos instead. But anyways, again, you can take that back to the merchant up there and claim your reward. But all right, anyway, so there's a couple of different things that we can do right now. You can actually head to, and probably what I'll do next is actually head into the to the tea house. Jeez. And track down Rue and have him take us to the pirate fortress. I think that's what I'll do first, and then I'll probably do the ruins after that, if I remember correctly. And the reason for that is actually there is a gem inside the kind of like the pirate fortress or whatever that gives us more experience for when we interact with bookcases and scrolls. And obviously, the earlier that we get a hold of that, the better off we're going to be. I probably could have made an argument for not actually interacting with any of the book stands or anything like that quite yet, and just and hold off, but I didn't, so no biggie. But anyways, I'm about out of time, so I'm going to cut the commentary here. As always, hope the guide was helpful though, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.